Hello everybody and welcome to round 8 of season 3. We have seen 7 different winners in the first 7 races of this championship. And well, now it is the Dutch Grand Prix in the Netherlands in Zandvoort. It's qualifying for this weekend. Who will we see take pole position? Will it be Antonelli, like I think he got pole last time? Porsche looks quite fast, Vettel and Giovinazzi. Or will it be Hamilton and Leclerc for Ferrari, or Norris, championship leader? I guess I have to find out. We will see Joshua Pierce as the first one to start his lap time. As you see the banking at the final corner there, this turn 1 is also slightly banked, allowing them to take it roughly 5th gear into turn 2 and 3 and 4. Well, technically, this is hairpin there's turn 3. I'm going to go by the official corner names, I think. And then I lose track very quickly. So I did a tester race with this track, as I always do for new track, to see how it goes. And I noticed in qualifying, a lot of them kept getting the track lap time invalidated and deleted through the little right and hairpin left section before the banking. We're going to see what Joshua Pierce puts in. He didn't get his lap time deleted, but where does he go? He puts it P1 with a lap time of 56.5. Fernando Alonso is the next one. He is going to have to go through the banking, the final corner, get ready to cross the line now. He clipped a bit of gravel there, it looks like, dust in the air. He beat Pierce's lap time. No, he's 1.4 seconds off. Hamilton, he'll be interesting to watch, wouldn't he? Ocon goes P2. Leclerc, he is also quite interesting to watch, I guess. Gasly, he's going to cross the line. Can he beat Pierce's lap time? No, he only goes P3. Lewis Hamilton across the line. He goes 2/10 faster than Pierce. Apex GP do look quite fast this time around, don't they? Lance Stroll, potentially. Ollie Behrman, I'm looking for Lando Norris. Nope. Alex Dunn, he crosses the line. Can he beat Hamilton? He only goes P4, ahead of his teammate once again. Hulkenberg goes P2. As Verstappen, he is round the final corner. Can he take away Hamilton's pole position? No, only P5, 8/10 off. That is a big gap. As Charles Leclerc, he's going to finish his lap time. Will he join his teammate and Alex Albon up there? No, he does not. He's 5/10 slower. He's down in P6. Russell rounds the final corner as well. Where will he put his car? George Russell, he only goes See, Antonelli, lap time validated. George Russell only goes P8 as Lance Stroll goes P18. Norris goes on. Championship leader Norris goes only 12th. Antonelli will not get a lap time in. His lap time wasn't validated, wasn't it? So he is. That's what I was showing you. Lap times do get invalidated in this track. As Hayes goes P10. Albon, who's only scored 2 points this season, who's only scored Williams is only 2 points, sole 2 points, is currently 0.052 seconds off pole position. Pierce will be the first one to start his second lap time. It does look like he'll have clear track for the majority of the lap. He might catch up to a Williams of Carlos Sainz. This is the corner where lap times gets invalidated. He does not go too wide. He did go very wide though, but not too wide. As he goes onto the banking now, flat out 8th gear. Watch the battery, see if it dies out potentially. As he gets ready to cross the line, does he go onto pole position? No, he does not. He doesn't even improve his lap time. As Ocon, it's going around the final corner too. Get ready to finish his lap time. Esteban Ocon, he's got Gabriel Borletto starting his lap time in front of him. Ocon, last race winner, goes P1. He looks like he's going to be taking pole position potentially here. Esteban Ocon, that is crucial for him as we go to Ollie Behrman, I want to say, who I can't see on the thing. He starts his flying lap, so we won't go to him exactly. Piastri, he's on his out lap. Hamilton, he will be one crucial one to watch. Keep in mind for Red Bull are in P14 and P8 with Hadjar P8 and Verstappen P14, but Hamilton, can he retake pole position from Esteban Ocon? He needs to prove by 4 attempts. Does he do that? Lewis Hamilton does improve, but he's not on pole. Esteban Ocon looks like he has pole position in the bag. We head to Alex Dunn, who's down in P16. He crosses the line. It's Alex Dunn, improved by 1.3 seconds to take pole. He does improve, but only to P11. So that is not good enough for him. Antonelli starts his flying lap, as so does, I think, where's Lando Norris? Lando Norris is on his lap. Oscar Piastri starts his flying lap as well. As Behrman, he puts his car in P5 in Ilver Haas. Verstappen actually goes P5. Hulkenberg, he's one to watch now. Russell, sorry. I'm getting lost of all these drivers. Russell goes P3. And Vettel goes P2. Once again, Sebastian Vettel is in P2. We head to Hadjar there. Hadjar down in P13. He's going to get ready to complete his lap as we head Albon after him. Hadjar, can he go any faster? No, he goes to P13 still. Clark, Albon across the line. Albon, can he take pole position? No, he cannot. Perez, it goes fast in sector 3. Perez is on pole! Perez is on pole position, I think, unless Hulkenberg can say anything about it. The driver, who is not even starting in the front, off the back row in many seasons. Well, in his only season is on pole position. Yes, he is. Piastri only stays P20. Bortoleto in the other Audi of teammates Hulkenberg in P19. But Sergio Perez is on pole. That is the biggest shock we could have seen. Perez, Ocon, Vettel. I'm not gonna lie, it's the most random top 3 I've ever seen. Sergio Perez is on pole position. Lando Norris, the championship leader, in P24. The best qualifying I've ever seen, I think. Perez on pole, last race winner Esteban Ocon in P2, Sebastian Vettel in P3, another great qualifying for him, Lewis Hamilton P4, Russell P5, 6 Alex Albon hoping to score more points with Williams, 7th Nico Hulkenberg, 8th is Max Verstappen, 9th is Kimi Antonelli, 10th is the other Haas of Ollie Behrman, Joshua Pierce lines up in 11th with Antonio Giovinazzi, 12th place, the other Cadillac of Valtteri Bottas in P13, Lance Stroll 14th, Charles Leclerc disappointing for him P15, Isaac Hadjar P16, Alex Dunn P17 disappointing, Hayes 18th, Bortoleto 19th, 20th Piastri, 21st is Gasly, 22nd is Alonso, 23rd is Sainz, and our championship leader lines up in P24. That was the biggest shock of a qualifying. The grid is all mixed up in the most random order I think we could have asked for. Here are the revs. It's lights out and away they go, and it looks like Ocon got a good start, but Perez is still alongside him as they head into turn 1. Ocon and Perez side by side. There's a bit of yellow flag for whatever reason. I think someone's gone off. Yes, there is. Albon was off track there, and Vettel is in the wall. It's a virtual safety car, and Sebastian Vettel's in the wall and out of his race for the second time in a row. Sebastian Vettel will not finish the race after a great qualifying. That's absolutely devastating for Porsche. He was, I didn't see what happened there. But Perez still leads the Grand Prix from Ocon over 6/10 gap and then 3 seconds back to Hamilton. The VAC is ending though. We will continue racing here. Russell and Hamilton going for 3rd place. Hamilton on mediums. Ocon and Perez going for 1st place. It'd be absolutely shocking if we see Perez win this race. Also be quite a surprise if we see Ocon become the first multiple race winner of this season. It's only been 7 races with 7 different winners. Perez has gotten a 1 second gap. Hamilton running a bit wide, gets a track limit board in there. We saw that one happen in real time. Perez has got a 1.5 second gap to Esteban Ocon as Hamilton chases down Esteban Ocon. That is mental. I did not expect that. Dunn is getting a 5 second penalty at the back of the order there. Looks like a bit of carnage. Exiting that hairpin, we see Piastri on the outside involved of Dunn. Piastri gets past Dunn, is now on the inside of Bortoleto. Bortoleto and Piastri side by side. Dunn clips Piastri, gets another 5 second penalty and actually puts Dunn on the back foot. As Gasly gets past Dunn as well. Alonso gets a 5 second penalty for looks like a collision with Norris. Just Norris gets up to P21 as I'm looking at the timing sheet, and it looks like Ocon is caught back up to Sergio Perez, as maybe not really, he's kind of just sitting there with 1 second gap. Perez gets a track limit warning. Does Hamilton also get a track limit warning? No, he survives this time around. This is absolutely mental, the back here. To look at Norris and Alonso side by side there. I thought Norris was going to the wall. We're seeing Sainz and Gasly and these guys all battling as Bortoleto and Piastri going side by side through the banking Piastri on the outside of Bortoletto. They're still side by side here, down into turn 1. Maybe not. It looks like Gasly's backed off a little bit. Piastri, oh, that was a close contact. There was no contact. Too close to comfort, in my opinion. As we see, Leclerc and Hadjar are also battling for P14. This is all the guys we expect to be at the front are fighting at the back, other than Hamilton and kind of like Hamilton and Russell. Sergio Perez, fastest sector 2, but does go track limits once again. He might want to start watching out for that, because he will start getting penalties very soon. 2 warnings of Sergio Perez. Bortoletto and Piastri still fighting, as Bortoletto stays ahead of Piastri, as Perez has a 1.7 second gap over Ocon. Look at these two though, side by side in the banking once again. Bortoletto and Piastri for P17. It looks like Bortoletto's going to stay edging ahead. Done gets another 5-second time penalty. 15 seconds on the timesheet there. Oh, I thought it was contact to them too. As Dunn is ahead of Sainz, as Gasly drops down to P22. Norris is still in P23. After starting P24, Norris is having a disappointing race. Championship leader trying to go for his first championship. I actually can't lie, I think Esteban Ocon will be leading the championship after this race. A lot of penalties going out here. Hadjar getting one as well. Very close to Charles Leclerc. He's got Bortoletto behind him as Piastri is dropped off from Bortoletto, as tyres have gone for Piastri, as Bortoletto is now on the attack of Hadjar. So Esteban Ocon pits after 4 laps on them soft tyres. And Bortoletto also in the pits here. Where will Ocon exit? He exits ahead of Piastri. He pits with hard tyres though. He's in P16. Piastri might be a little bit faster than him for a little bit here, but I think it will be no threat for Ocon. So race leader Sergio Perez in the Cadillac is into the pits. Where will he exit compared to Esteban Ocon? We've got to watch him to Esteban Ocon. Russell, if they're all pitting now, even hard tyre drivers are pitting. It seems like no tyre is potentially getting past 5 laps. And does Perez exit ahead of Esteban Ocon? Yes, he does. He's actually got a car between him and Ocon of Charles Leclerc. He's behind his teammate though, who's battling Lance Stroll. I can't imagine his teammate will stay in the way for too much longer though. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. He is got past Lance Stroll there, but he's now got to try to get past his teammate cleanly. And he is past his teammate cleanly. Piastri's got a 5-second penalty now. He is in P22. And some tyres have got to 6 laps, but I'm surprised hard tyre drivers pitted so early. Esteban Ocon gets past Charles Leclerc, who's on 7-lap hold mediums. So maybe I was wrong with the tyres only getting 5 laps. I'm starting to think maybe it was a strategic move from half the teams, thinking short stint might be better than just constant pit stops, potentially. Well, here goes Esteban Ocon. He's trying to get past Valtteri Bottas. Is Valtteri Bottas playing the team game? But the safety car deployed, and Piastri's in the wall at turn 1, and so is Lance Stroll. They're both in the wall at turn 1. It seems like a crash. Well, one of them maybe exiting the pit lane. I'm assuming Stroll was exiting the pit lane and hit Piastri. Will we see pit stops then? Perez is not pitting. He's on soft tyres, keep in mind. I know Bottas hasn't pitted yet, and he is now, but it was a Cadillac 1-2 there. Bortoletto and Leclerc also come into the pits. Mclaren potentially looking at another pointless race. So safety car will probably be the end of this lap. It's halfway through the race, lap 9 out of 18. 3 drivers out of this race. 21 remain, and the championship leader in P20 after starting P24. That is disappointing. But meanwhile, our top 3 in the grid, I'm pretty sure... No, Hamilton started 4th, didn't they? So our top 2 in the grid, still 1st and 2nd. Sergio Perez has led half this race, basically. And except for the laps he pitted and was making his way back up the order. So, he is definitely looking like possibly the favourite to win it. But he's on 3-lap old soft tyres, of course, to be less worn out because of the fact he is in the safety car. But Ocon on hard tyres might be able to go a bit longer than Perez. Safety car is ending, so we will see green flag conditions in a second. Here we go. Perez, Ocon, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Russell, Verstappen, Berman, Albon, Giovinazzi, Antonelli, the top 10. And we go green flag once again here. It's getting darker already. You can see the sky is getting a bit darker. So I wonder if that may be a chance of rain coming on later in the race, potentially. Perez still leads from Ocon by 5 tenths. Russell and Hulkenberg still sitting there. Don gets another 5-second penalty for another collision with Norris, I think, this time. Perez gets a 1.6 second lead there as Ocon has been absolutely attacked by Hamilton here as we head through this next corner. Hamilton and Ocon side by side heading through the long hairpin now. They've gained a bit of time on Perez as well, so this looks like it's quite close. As Hulkenberg staying there too as well as Hamilton drops back into Hulkenberg area now, as I think it might be a bit of a battery issue potentially. Bad battery management from Ocon. And now Hamilton, as Hulkenberg, here he goes on the outside of Hamilton on the back zone, down into turn 1, Hulkenberg up into P3 for Audi. Yes, he is. Nico Hulkenberg takes P3 off Lewis Hamilton, as that means Perez, Ocon, Hamilton is now your top 3. Russell all over Hamilton for P4. I think there might be a bit of battery mismanagement from Lewis Hamilton there, but Verstappen is all over Russell as well, as Verstappen on the inside of Russell is ahead of Russell over the crest of the hill, as Berman, that was getting close between there, Antonelli and Berman, and Russell loses 3 places in the matter of corners. Antonelli and Berman though still fighting, Antonelli on soft tyres, Berman on hard tyres. Russell though looking back on the attack of Antonelli as we head down into this right left section. The two Mercedes drivers, Antonelli with the no red on top, Russell with the red on top. Antonelli on soft tyres and Russell on hard tyres. There goes Antonelli and Berman side by side now, and Russell and Berman side by side. They kind of settle the Perez is into the pits. Sergio Perez pits on lap 11 or whatever it is, on to lap 12. He will drop down to last place. He pits for medium tyres, which is an interesting choice to see where he ends up finishing this race. Esteban Ocon leads it from Hulkenberg, from Verstappen, who's got past Hamilton at some point, but Hamilton is still there on Verstappen's inside here, side by side. It looks like it's getting close to contact, but no, they're not. Yes, they are very close still. As Verstappen keeps third place, as Bortoleto gets a 5-second penalty. Perez gets 3 track limit warnings, which is crucial because if he gets any more, that'd be a penalty, I think. As Hamilton clearly ran out of battery on the straight there, he suddenly lost a whole load of speed. Antonelli nearly rear-ending him. These tyres now 7 lap old with Hamilton, Antonelli on 6 lap old softs. Virtual safety car deployed as Bottas is out of this race, and Bortoleto and Bottas have collided. Bortoleto has got a 5-second penalty from earlier. He didn't get a penalty for that one, but it does bring Giovinazzi, by the way, pitted, but it does bring Perez who got past Alonso somewhere up into the field a bit more, as Hamilton and Verstappen are still kind of very close to each other. The SC ending, it is going green, and it seems like the top 4 are separated by 3.4 seconds. Antonelli's dropped down from Hamilton a little bit, as Hamilton is now back with Verstappen, but Hulkenberg is also quite close to Ocon, keep in mind. We head to Leclerc, who is seen Antonelli and Albon battle. Albon only scored 2 points this season, as up to P5, which would be 10 points right there. Berman and Antonelli side by side. Antonelli's soft tyres seem to be dropping off the pace. Russell in P8, side by side Leclerc, squeezes Leclerc out a little bit. Leclerc goes down to P9. Perez passed the championship leader on Norris. Perez up to P14. I'm assuming he's relying on other drivers pitting or getting punctures. You need to get past Bortoleto cleanly here though, as that might be quite difficult. Bortoleto seems like he wants to defend this position, but Perez on the outside. What an overtake! Perez is past Bortoleto. An incredible overtake that was, up into P13. But Bortoleto's back on the inside. The side by side still. Bortoleto seems to give up on the place there, as Hamilton and Verstappen are still relatively close. Antonelli pits after 7 laps on them soft tyres. So I think he'll be going to soft tyres again. Yes, he will be. So is Borletto. Perez up to P12. Hayes and Russell got very close there. As now Hayes drops down into the clutches of Science. Science is going to be on the inside of Solly Hayes and on the head of Solly Hayes. Perez is also caught with Solly Hayes. Hayes is going very slow. Oh, it's contact! And Perez is in the wall. He continues going, but he gets a 5-second time penalty for it. Virtual safety car is deployed. Perez and Hayes collide, with Perez now getting a penalty. And look how close the top 3 are. Has Ocon got a puncture or something? I won't be surprised if he does. That's 10 lap old hard tyres. They have to pit soon, I'm imagining. Perez, 5-second time penalty for colliding with Hayes and taking Hayes out. VSC's ending as Ocon comes into pits. It's all gone wrong for Esteban Ocon, I reckon, here. As Hulkenberg goes an extra lap on lap 16, his tyres now go 10 laps old. Verstappen also pits as well. So does, I think I saw Russell or something coming in pits there as well. Hulkenberg leads this race, a second from Hamilton, Behrman in third. Does Ocon exit behind Perez? Yes, he does, but the question is how far behind Perez? Oh, there's contact of Ocon and Giovinazzi. Ocon gets a 5-second penalty as well. That is going to be crucial for this race. There's a 3-second gap between Perez and Ocon, well, 2-second gap. So, but Ocon's also got a 5-second penalty, so it's more to Verstappen here, which is 3 seconds. This is turning, well, this has gone all mental, hasn't it? It really has. Will Hulkenberg become the first multiple race winner of this season? Or will it be Hamilton? Or Behrman potentially even get a race win? Or will Ocon become the first multiple race winner of this season with 2 wins in a row? Or will Perez get his first win in a Cadillac? Time will tell. We're on lap 17 out of 18 here. Leclerc and Behrman are quite close. As so is Ocon and Perez. Ocon gets past Sergio Perez on the straight up into P6. Both drivers have a 5-second penalty as Ocon is ahead of Perez, is now chasing after George Russell round the outside of Russell. On the inside, what a beautiful move that was. He will surely gain time on Russell compared to given the tyres. Leclerc is all over Ollie Behrman. Perez gets past Ocon once again, but it's a yellow flag in sector 2. There's a safety car deployed, and Antonelli and Verstappen are out. And that means, well, the pack could be all packed up, and Ocon and Perez will not finish in the points, I don't think. Hulkenberg will get the race win. Perez and Ocon will not finish in the points, I reckon, because the field will all pack up together and they'll drop outside the points. Alex Dunn will drop further down as well. I reckon Lando Norris is going to skim some points here. But it does look like Nico Hulkenberg will become the first multiple race winner of the season. I'm not going to lie, all the drivers who I thought would get the second race win of the season, Hulkenberg was not the driver I thought of. I thought it'd be Hamilton or this race. I actually thought it'd be Ocon, but I don't think he'll score a single point in this race. I don't think he will. No, he won't. So that's a bit of a surprise, and it's truly devastating for Sergio Perez, who started on pole, led a majority of his race, and pitted, and collided with Hayes, giving him a 5-second time penalty. It's 2 races in a row now where the guy with the highest chance of winning this race gets involved in a collision which ruins his race. Antonio Giovinazzi and Sebastian Vettel last race, and Sergio Perez this race. Well, this time it'll be Nico Hulkenberg's time to shine in the Netherlands. Nico Hulkenberg will win the Dutch Grand Prix under safety car conditions, yes, but he still does it nonetheless. Nico Hulkenberg wins for the second time this season. Hamilton in second, Behrman third, Leclerc fourth, Perez and Ocon fifth on track, fifth and sixth on track, but he won't finish there. Hulkenberg, Hamilton and Behrman. If you asked me before this race who I think would win this race, I would not have said Hulkenberg, but he does it anyway. Behrman does take the podium, which his teammate couldn't reach in the end. Hamilton gets second place, which is crucial for his championship. Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Behrman, Leclerc, Russell, Pierce, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Norris. I told you to skim some points. Albon, Perez, Hadjar, Gasly, Alonso, Ocon. Don't know if if I'm going to have to remove that cover up that notification I got there with a subscribe button. I might not do it. It's quite funny. Borletto, Dunn, Antonelli. There's Stappen, Hayes, Bottas, and Piastri, Stroll, and Vettel. Yeah, Giovinazzi does score points this race. Perez doesn't. And Ocon P15, unfortunately. Hamilton retakes the championship lead back. He's 80 points with Lando Norris on 73, Ocon 65, Dunn on 60, Leclerc on 57, Verstappen P6 and 56. Then it's Hulkenberg on 52, with Russell 46, Giovinazzi 45, Borletto 45, 41 for Piastri, 39 for Behrman. First 17th place with 35 points, Kimintinelli. Vettel 20 points, P14. Pierce 19 points. Bottas on 18 points. Gasly on 16 points. Hadjar on 12 points. Hayes on 8 points. Sainz scores his first points of the season. He's on 6 points. Stroll and Alonso also on 6 points. And Alex Albon scores a point, so he gets 3 points. It could have been 25 points or 10 points or whatever for Sergio Perez this race, but it won't be. He's the only driver on 0 points after this race. Ferrari lead the Constructors' Championship with 137 points. McLaren 114, Haas 104, Audi 97, Mercedes 81, Braun 76, Red Bull 68, Porsche 65, and then Apex 27, big gap between Porsche and Apex. Cadillac 18, Aston 12, Williams on 9. Guys, make sure you click and the subscribe button for the next race, which is in France. Before we head to Monaco, Tuscany, Germany, UK, Europe, Madrid, Portugal, South Africa, then Vegas. It's the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 races of the season. So, a few points up, 250 points worth of wins up to grabs. Make sure you hit the button and the subscribe button. Until next time, goodbye.